So now I'm going to make this pie. So I looked at multiple recipes online for this dish, this pie, and they were all different amounts of sugar, way different sometimes, different amounts of everything. So I just, like this one, I found 1 1/4 cups of sugar. That just sounds really super sweet, so I'm not going to use that much. I think instead of milk, I'm going to put buttermilk in it because I have buttermilk I need to use up. I'm going to set these 2 eggs out because they're supposed to be at room temperature from one of the recipes anyway. I don't know if I have, I'm assuming I have enough. So they all had different amounts of butternut squash, from like 5 cups to 3 cups to 2.5 cups. So I'm just going to see what I got. I'm going to make some coffee too, some iced coffee. I'm just going to scoop this out. I forgot doggies can't eat butternut squash. No, I might have to give you another one, but Dinky, I might need all this. Sorry, bud. Do I have to bake another one of these now for you guys? Okay, I'm gonna have to give them both a little bit of this because they're staring at, well, I think he's staring. There's 2. It's not a very deep dish, so I think this might be enough. I'm gonna have to give them more. And the pie will just have to do. Was that good? Okay, give me a minute. Okay. It says it takes 2 tablespoons of butter, so I've got to microwave it. I first started thinking about using the buttermilk. I was gonna make a buttermilk pie, but then I thought it's just not gonna be as good as like pumpkin pie. I'm supposed to let this cool down. Eggs are supposed to be room temperature. Butter's supposed to be cooled off a little bit. And just different recipes called for different things. This one, so I scribbled one down and then changed some stuff on it after looking at other ones. So this one calls for 3 teaspoons of vanilla. I don't think I'm going to use it much. That's a lot of vanilla. One tablespoon of cinnamon. That's too much cinnamon. So I'm going to use a teaspoon of cinnamon. Maybe a teaspoon. Maybe a half a teaspoon. And some nutmeg. This one didn't even call for nutmeg, so just cinnamon, but I think it's going to taste better. I think that's enough. I think I'm going to get my beater out and mix this up once I get all these ingredients in here. I don't know, it doesn't call for salt, but I'm going to add some salt. And I think cloves would be good. Oh, they just smell so good. I'm gonna add a little bit more. That was like 3/4 of a teaspoon. And then a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm not putting in 3. That was crazy. I'm gonna go ahead and put the butter in. Sugar. So this, when I wrote down, calls for 1 1/4 cups of sugar, but I am not putting that much in. I'm gonna start with 3/4 of a cup. Some of them call for brown sugar too, but I don't think I'm going to put brown sugar in it. It's about 3/4 of a cup. That's a lot of sugar. It calls for 4 1/2 teaspoons of cornstarch. One of them called for 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, so I'm going to bake the pie shell for a little bit so that it doesn't get soggy. Half a cup. That was me, Dinky. 2 eggs. I think this is it, unless I decide to put water in this too, which I don't know if I'm going to do. And I'm going to mix this up. Thinking about putting some pecans in this. So if I put these pecans in, I won't have any for my oatmeal in the morning. But I can always go to Aldi's tomorrow. And get some more. So, why not? Okay. So So I bought this little card, and I hope it didn't get inside. It's spattered. It is a little, it was $3 at a little art shop near the Burgee Festival. It's an empty card, but it has seeds. This is a zebra swallowtail butterfly on the front, and it's endangered. It has parsley, chive, and basil seeds. I got this for my friend's birthday. She's the only person I still give cards to because it's the only way I communicate with her is through the mail. So this is her birthday card, and it was normally $5, but they were having a 40% off sale, so I got it even cheaper because they're moving. Well, it looks like the only thing that baked was the outside, not the bottom. So I just messed up the crust. So I'm going to pour this in. This is a tiny little pie plate. Pie dish. Oh, it's tiny. Uh-oh. I don't think it's all going to fit. So I'm going to pour some in this and just cook the innards in this. I don't know if they will both fit in my little oven though. Get a mess here. It's crooked. Why is it lopsided? Is my hand. So years ago I bought this ring that goes around your pies, but I never used it because I don't hardly ever bake any pies, so I gave it to my friend, and now I need it and I don't have it. Oh well. It is not going to be perfect. I am not a pie maker. Let's see if I can put this in the oven without making a big mess. So that's supposed to bake for, I wrote it on here, 40 to 45 minutes or an hour, depending on what recipe you look at. So I'm gonna take my phone down and put my timer on for 40 minutes and I'll come check it. It's just like pumpkin pie. It has to be set in the center. Can't be runny. So, oh, I'm so glad I had those pecans. So now I have to go get more pecans. Okay, I think I'm gonna cut up another squash and bake it for the dogs. Today was their last full day here. Their mother hopefully is on her way from Spain right now. They're having a strike there or had one today in Spain that may have interrupted travel. So I'm hoping she didn't have any issues. I haven't heard from her, so hopefully she got on her plane and is headed back home. She's not supposed to be home till very late tonight, so she's not going to come get the dogs till tomorrow sometime. And I'm going to go get a little squash for the dogs and microwave it for them. I got a little bitty one for them. I think I'm just going to poke holes in it and toss it in the microwave like this. I don't feel like even cutting it in half. So here's my pie. It got a little messed up, but it's set up really nice. It baked, I'm thinking, close to an hour, I guess. I just kept checking it. I think the first timer went off 40 minutes, and then I put it on for another 15. I'm gonna put this in the oven, the little oven, to cool, because there was a fly in my house not too long ago. Don't know where it is now. So I'm gonna let it cool in there, and I think I'm going to eat part of this. So I took it out of the really hot ramekin, all of it, and I'm just going to go eat it. It is delicious. It's yummy. So I hope you try this. Hope you try my soup. I would use more than one bouillon cube. You need a bouillon cube for each cup of liquid, and there wasn't enough in mine. So the flavor wasn't as good as it could have been. I did add some more salt to the soup, and it helped. This is delicious though. I think I'm going to take some to my friend across town tomorrow. See if my daughter wants some when she comes, and see if there's any left over, I might freeze it. The actual pie, not this. So thank you all for watching. Take care. Bye.